I mean, one of the things that I've been very aware of in the couple of months that we've been running this campaign is that bathroom manufacturers actually care as deeply about the issue of water scarcity as anyone. You know, our products really do rely on a secure supply of water in order for them to be functional. Either Ashely or Sean, do you want to kind of just comment on that?
Well, if I could jump in first, Ashely, I think that there's been I'd like to say well over a decade, but it's probably much longer than that of innovation in the bathrooms industry. Manufacturers making product adaptations to ensure that water usage is reduced, alongside many other really interesting innovations that we see across the industry. And from a consumer perspective, whilst they might not see and recognise it, but flow restriction in showers and in brassware, low flush WCs, and water saving baths, which sound a bit of a strange thing, but encouraging people to use less water. These are all innovations from manufacturers to tackle those big issues. And it's also important to remember that as manufacturers, we comply to lots of different regulations to ensure that our products operate properly, and they do at the point of purchase. But back to the original point, and back to Ashely's point, everything needs to be maintained over a period of time. So the real question is, how do we make sure that these really good products and all the great innovations that we're bringing to market take a larger share of the overall marketplace, and that they are used and maintained well going forwards?
Yeah, I think that Sean's right as well. I think this is the whole thing about regulations. You know, the manufacturers design products that fit to the regulations. Those regulations aren't always modern regulations, let's say, and we have had that sort of conversation quite a lot within the BMA groups as well. And I think that the biggest problem that we find is that when we sell a product that is a low flush, as Sean said, you know, a 4-litre flushing toilet, which is 2 litres less than the regulations need to be, when there's a problem, quickly a plumber easily can point out, oh, well, it's because it doesn't flush as much water. And the psychology of that is that, oh, well, there's a problem because there's not enough water. But ultimately, these products are designed, they are very well made, and the product is capable of making that lower flush. But we still have lots of, I think it is down to very old habits of plumbers that, you know, the more water in the tank, the better it flushes and the easier it gets the waste away. And all of these are habits and very much in an industry that is, you know, we are not, we've mentioned the motor industry. Obviously, you've got to be much more careful. You're driving a car that can go very fast and can kill people. In a toilet, you're not got quite the same sort of dangers, but we've got to still understand how the education of the entire industry can make the changes. And, you know, obviously we've got a lot of younger plumbers coming through who are a lot more savvy with the technology. And I think that somehow there's got to be some ways that we can make those advancements within water saving equipment and make it much more, you know, that's the general thing that we're doing anyway, you know.
Thanks, Ashely.